Welcome back to another El Camino video. So we did get some new parts in, and I'll do a quick rundown of what I have planned. So let's check it out. Well, fellas, if you watched my previous video, I explained how I accidentally ordered the wrong install kit and starter for this car. But not to worry, the correct parts did come in today. So with that install kit, man, we got this QuickTime bell housing, much better than the other one in the other kit, and then this clutch as well. And then along with that, we got the hardware and everything else we're gonna need to bolt up this transmission. I also did get the clutch line and the extended bleeder. Got the yoke over here. We do need to pick up some transmission fluid for the T56 here. And then I did get the correct starter, so this one is the right one, and it's a lot more compact compared to that other LS one that I had previously had. And then to go along with that, we did get the connector. But yeah, thank God, everything's kind of just ready to be bolted up at this point once we get done fooling around with the car. So I'll show you what we got going on. Now, I did decide to go with the delete kit for this AC heater box. So it's basically a plate. I'll have to remove all this out here. And yeah, it's just a plate that kind of covers everything up. I'm thinking this job is going to be a little bit more involved than I originally thought, but as you can see, we're definitely making some contact here. And you know, once I delete this, they do make an aftermarket heater, so in the future I'll just put an aftermarket heater up underneath the dash and drill a couple holes in this delete plate. But yeah, that'll look pretty good. And then we do unfortunately have to take a little bit more material out of this subframe or cross member. So basically, from here to here, we're gonna have to take a little bit more out to get that oil pan to clear. And then, like I mentioned, my brother is gonna borrow a welder from his work, and he's gonna plate that up and reinforce that for us. But yeah, that's what we got planned, so stick around. At least we got this giant freaking AC box out of there. That was a chore. Yeah, it sucks just like looking at the freaking motor mounts. Because yeah, if you look at it like directly in line, it's like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I can slide forward a little bit more. But yeah, it's like right there.
Yeah, this one's right at the...
Yeah, so we didn't have much to work with.
Yeah, but if we cut that little ear off, can't tell with the plastic, but...
Yeah, slide forward a little bit more. Give us a little more clearance. Yeah, I'm definitely not converting this to a dry sump, so we're making it work.
Smile, Will. Yeah, and then this will be just fine up here. Fucking hey, Dane, this is actually looking really good.
It's alright.
Are you filming?
Yeah, just talk. just explain what you did.
So basically, got a piece of sheet metal. We were able to get a decent chunk. So we have all the support in the center, which it probably does matter. Main piece is we were able to get, I don't know, almost a 1/4 inch thick piece from here to here because we have the A-arm. So we have that fully supported, especially with it being underneath the motor mount. But welding it actually wasn't too bad. I bought a welder and it works really well. The only issue is we tripped the breaker in the garage because it is connected to the house, not just the garage. But we're able to get it done, grind down, just to make it smooth and hopefully clear that pan when everything sits in the car. But other than that, it's pretty solid and should be good.
All right, while he was doing that, I was kind of going to town in here, pulling back the carpet, and it looks like this was a brand new carpet kit that I had my grandpa installed back when he had this car. But yeah, we're gonna measure the trans and the motor and kind of get a rough estimate, and then I'm just gonna cut a hole, or we're gonna cut a hole basically in this trans, and then I got a scrap piece of steel that we're just gonna cap it with once we get the trans in here. All right, and I was going to grind out a hole for the transmission, but my brother had this genius idea to use this, and it worked really well. So if our calculations are correct, hopefully that's enough room. I guess we're going to find out. We had to notch the firewall here because basically there's a sensor on the back of the motor that runs directly into this. So unfortunately we had to notch that out, but hopefully we get the cap piece, and then you won't really see this when the motor's in there, hopefully. So yeah, let's
patch it up and make it look pretty.
Yeah, we'll make it look pretty. We'll just shave it. Sweet, at least it's coming off.
It ain't gonna be perfect, but it's better than what it is.
We just got this repainted for the second time, and yeah, turned out okay. And what do we got going on over here, Will?
Tightening bolts.
Those are to spec, right?
You betcha.
It is Loctite.
It's Permatex.
So we had to take the bell housing back off because the directions say to install the bell housing to the transmission first, but then you can't install this because it basically hits.
You got
right
this
here.
big guy hanging out the side.
Yeah, so unless we pound that pin out, which we kind of don't want to do, so we just pulled it all back apart. So we're going to install that first and then put the bell housing back on.
I guess that's 6 foot-pounds.
It even says 6 at the top here.
Which is... that...
hardly anything.
That's fucking nothing.
All right, second time's a charm. Right?
The next morning.
That seems like a lot.
That's what it's supposed to be. And then go across here. Because what a lot of them do is the bolts stretch. That's why you can't reuse them.
Mm.
"2,000 years later."
All right, so nothing went to plan today, and I mean absolutely nothing. I stopped filming hours ago. I think I got here at like 8 o'clock, and it's now God, what time is it? It's almost 12 o'clock at night. So yeah, this car has just been fighting us every step of the way, man. It's definitely making us work for it. There's lots of things that came up that I should have kind of known better or researched before doing this. But honestly, I don't think anyone's really done this swap before into an El Camino, or at least that I've seen on the internet yet. But yeah, man, I'm dead tired. But let me show you what we got going on here. So, I mean, I guess we accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, which was getting this motor and transmission in the car finally. Man, it was a struggle. So basically, I thought we were just going to be able to bolt up the transmission, just put it all in one clean shot, but nope. This had other plans for us. So basically, we just couldn't get enough angle to get this trans and motor to kind of slide in. The problem we ran into is we were at such an aggressive angle trying to get this in here that we were actually bumping into the back of the supercharger here, and I wasn't about to unbolt that and take it off. And then the oil pan is just so tall that we couldn't get it to clear the subframe or cross member. So we ended up having to unbolt the transmission. So yeah, we put the motor in first, and then we basically wrestled this transmission under the car, and then we quickly realized the small hole that we cut earlier was just not going to do it. So I'll show you what we did here. So yeah, we're gonna have to make a transmission tunnel. But it's in the car now. The bell housing is bolted up to the motor, so we still got to make a cross member, because the stock one that came out, I tried lining it up, it's not gonna work at all. But yeah, it's in the car. But yeah, we had to pull the seats out, tear the carpet back, and oh geez, man, it was a lot of freaking work. But I did find something cool while tearing the carpet back, or pulling the carpet back, I should say. So yeah, check out this piece of literature that came with it. Man, it's so cool to see. Back in the day. Wow. Hot dang. Tell you what. Anyways, guys, I think that's gonna do it for today's video. So yeah, thanks for sticking around watching. If you know, were able to sit through the whole thing. See you in the next one.